So, question. Is it romantic to propose on a birthday? Or is it just being cheap?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Married into Crazy podcast with Snooks and Lovey.
This is Snooks.
I'm Lovey, and we're your favorite crazy couple.
So crazy is an acronym, and it stands for compassionate, real, accountable, zealous, and yielding.
And sometimes it's just straight crazy. This is a podcast that talks about a lot of different things involving marriage. Sometimes you'll see us. Sometimes you'll see other couples that we're interviewing that have a unique story. And then other times we'll bring you subject matter experts that pour into your relationship. But
today,
we're going to get into it. I want to hear more about this.
Oh my gosh. So I'm a mentor for a group with a group of ladies.
Congratulations.
Wow. Okay. Thanks. We were having a conversation and we were talking about marriage and just all things. Anyway, so we got on the subject about engagement, getting engaged and stuff.
Are they all single?
Not all of them. So a couple of the ladies were like, they didn't say exactly how they want to be proposed to, but they were very specific when they said they did not want to be proposed to on their birthday. So I was like, really? Oh yeah, no, because my birthday is my birthday and that's about me and blah, 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 whatever. So I kind of laughed and I was like, well, Lovey proposed to me on my birthday. And they were like, really? I said, yeah. That was okay. I was like, I was overjoyed. I remember it like it was yesterday when he proposed. And so I told him about the proposal, what happened and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess, but no, my birthday is my birthday. And I do not want to be proposed to on my birthday. So I was like, I want to see how he feels about this. Were you being cheap when you proposed to me on my birthday? You only had to get me a present, a ring.
First of all, what they need to understand is
we were broke.
I was broke. I had 3 jobs to her 1, and I still wasn't matching income. No. No. Truth be told, I don't know how I feel about that. And I'll be honest with you.
Is it because...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, you don't know how you feel about that. Is it because you proposed to me on my birthday?
First off, were they calling me cheap?
No, they didn't say you were cheap. They might have said it in their heads. I'm just kidding.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Kidding.
People are always talking. I want to say people. There's been quite a few more women than men over time, and you can attest to this, that have approached us and said, hey, you know what? We really love Married into Crazy. This is cool. This is great information for couples, but when are you going to have a podcast or an event for single people? Because we got to find our forever person. I'm tired of being single. I really want to find that person I can spend the rest of my life with, this, that, and the other. Some men do say that, but it's really the minority as compared to the women. And I see a major disconnect between that, what they're saying, and then choosing that, but don't do it on my birthday. Because I think, to me, that comes across as being very selfish. Because you're concerned about the way you put it out. I don't know the exact conversation, but the way you said it was,
my birthday is my birthday.
My birthday's my birthday. It's on my day. I'm doing my things. You celebrate me. And maybe they're not ready to be married. Maybe they're not ready to be proposed to, because if they're so caught up in this is about me and my birthday, and I know how it goes. I see it all the time on the gram and in social media about how it's my birthday month. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm going here. I, which I get it. It is your birthday. It is the day that God planted you on this earth. And I think that if a man like myself comes along and says, you know what, on this day, what better way to give reverence on this day? I want to
give her a gift, myself.
Exactly. On bended knee. I am bending the knee. They won't even do that on Game of Thrones. People, entire townships have died because they would not bend the knee. But I will willingly bend the knee and tell you that I will forsake all others, all other women. I will forsake my mother. I will cut the umbilical cord. I will forsake my boys, all my friends,
I mean, you're supposed to.
and put you before everyone but God. And on this day that you were born, this is me telling God that thank you. Thank you for this gift of Rana. And I give myself to her. I pledge my allegiance. I pledge my love. I pledge my heart. I give you everything. Meanwhile, you would be on the other side talking about, no, it's my birthday. Nope, me and my girls, we're going to do da-da-da-da. How dare you propose on my birthday? Is that what we're talking about?
Wow. Because first of all, I don't even be, because we ain't going I don't even do that. But I guess
That's how you do it.
I know I do that. So, but I guess the thing is, they felt like their birthday is their birthday, right? And an engagement would overshadow their birthday.
As it should.
So it becomes, so now it doesn't become about me and my birthday, but it becomes about us as a couple. So what takes precedence, I guess, is what would it overshadow? Would, in their minds, that was the thing. So again, when we talked about, I told them about the engagement and what have you. And in a sense, I can see what they're saying, because when we came to the restaurant, they asked when we were seated, what's the special occasion? Is there a special occasion? I said, yes, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, blah, 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 whatever. The waiter, happy birthday. Everybody's happy birthday, happy birthday. My birthday, right? It's about me. So after we were engaged, now it's congratulations, you guys. It's us. So if I'm like, but it's my birthday still, my engagement is overshadowing my birthday celebration. So I didn't have a problem with it. Again, I'm that person, though, that I love when, first of all, I love romance, and big romantic gestures when they happen on special days. To me, that's like the cherry on top. I love that stuff. That's just me, though. Some people, not so much. They want Christmas to be Christmas. They want their birthday to be their birthday. And you pick a different day when you ask me to marry you.
First off, ladies, right here.
Sorry, y'all.
You're welcome. You're welcome. If your man proposed to you on your birthday, just turn to him and say thank you. Thank you for preparing me.
What?
So, as a mother of children that participate in sports, how many Mother's Days, how many birthdays did you spend courtside
and
at volleyball?
Anniversaries.
And anniversaries spent courtside holding stinky knee pads.
Oof, they were horrible.
Changing out jerseys, wiping tears, cheering, screaming at referees. How many birthdays?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's a good point.
So you're welcome, because by proposing to you on your birthday, we were preparing you for life. We were preparing you for motherhood. We were preparing you for what was yet to come. Thank your man for the foresight.
First of all, there was no foresight. You didn't even know.
We
Get out of
knew.
here.
We knew.
No, you didn't. You didn't know where your socks are half the time. How are you going to know foresight?
I don't know where my socks are all the time.
Okay. So, but, dang it, you made me forget what I was getting ready to say.
Because I speaks the truth.
Speaks the truth.
I speaks the truth. Look, this is true. Look, let me tell you something. Let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. So, what's the age group of these women that you were having this conversation with?
So, I mean, is an age range. The group that I mentor with, they're 26 through maybe 42 or something.
Okay, so let's go back in the time machine. When we got married, or actually when I proposed to you, because you were on your lunch break from.
I was at work. Yeah, from work. Yes.
When you went back to work and you told all your friends at work that I just proposed, what was their response?
Everyone was happy. They were excited. They were, oh my God, congratulations.
So did anybody approach
blah, blah, blah.
you and say, oh my God, I can't believe he proposed to you on your birthday? Girl, what kind of man do you have?
Okay, no one did that. And I doubt seriously that anyone would ever say that.
Except for this group you hanging out with.
No, they wouldn't. I don't think they would say that to someone. They would be excited for that person,
I wish I had the music where like, dun, 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 like it would like zoom in right there on me.
No. I mean.
The reason why I was going there is because I think it's a condition of the culture, the current culture.
And I was going to ask you that. I was going to try to get your opinion about that. Do you think it has anything, the mindset, does it have anything to do with maybe like in social media and stuff like that? Like you said, the culture. Let's talk about the promposals. Those are ridiculous to me because now the expectation has been set. I got proposed to go to a prom and it was this big to do or whatever. So you take me to a restaurant to propose to me is meager. Like, no,
on your birthday.
It has to be big. It has to be, we want big, extravagant. We want stuff like that.
See,
do you think that?
Absolutely. I think it's a huge component of what's going on right now, particularly the conversation that you have with these young women. And again, nothing against them,
no,
but
at all.
I feel like we're living in an age of me. They used to call the 80s, the arrogance years or whatever. It was all about me.
In the 80s?
Yeah, They did that. And it's funny. I'm sorry, for those of you that are listening, that's the 1900s. It was the 1980s is a period in which we lived. Okay, just letting you know.
Somebody just said you were alive in the 1900s,
right? And so, anyway, but it's about me, because it's always about one-upmanship. I really think that social media has conditioned a lot of our youth, both men and women. People want to highlight with their cars and all that. If it's the guys, the women want to, talk about, their rings and the vacations and the spas and all that stuff. And everybody's taking these photos all the time. It's always about the photo ops. Everywhere you go, you can't go into a single restaurant and see people within a certain age range that aren't taking pictures of their food.
Excuse me, sir. I do that. I know you're ashamed.
But it's all about the now. So these promposals, all this stuff, it's about, let me do one better than that thing I saw the other day, and it's just, it's gotten ridiculous. The dresses that these young ladies are allowed to wear, the full-on concerts in the middle of a neighborhood, for a promposal, the stuff that families are doing, it's just feeding a culture of this right here, of what's it called? Of when you say that you are privileged.
Oh.
And I think that there's a component of that here. Quite honestly, I think it really goes back to not just being spoiled and privileged, but to being immature. I think immaturity has a big part to play in this. I don't think maybe these ladies, if they're so concerned about being proposed to on their birthday, let's just take it even further. If they're being proposed to on their birthday, on Christmas, on Thanksgiving Day, during Hanukkah, I don't know, pick a day. If it's something that day is so, the only day I would say was off limits is like you don't propose on the day that, like, I don't know, a parent, a sibling, or something very tragic and traumatic. You don't propose on that day. But a birthday is a day to be celebrated. And if a person thinks that, you know what, I'm going to do this because what better way to show you how much I love you and to give you the ultimate gift, which is truly myself, my future, everything I am going to be, I'm pledging that to you on this day, on bended knee. I feel like if you're not ready for that and it's got to turn it right back around to how dare you on my day, then you're too immature and you're not ready for marriage.
Okay, so maybe not how dare you on my day, but I don't know. I mean, I feel your passion. And I don't know if you feel like that because you proposed to me on my birthday.
I'm coming for you.
Calm down, sir. Shh. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo.
I knew that was coming. No, but seriously, look, do me a favor. All of you out there, anybody that's watching right now, go to coaching@marriedintocrazy.com. Again, that's coaching@marriedintocrazy.com, or respond below in the comments and let us know how you feel about this. I'm curious. Is the person being romantic? is it interesting that they would do it on that day and that is,
Or are they being cheap because they only want to buy one gift? And now my birthday doesn't become about my birthday anymore. It becomes about my anniversary. Do people celebrate that? Maybe they're
that's
thinking
frugal.
that for my not my anniversary. Do people celebrate the
day you got married?
The proposal
the
date?
proposal?
Yeah.
I do every year as your birthday.
Anniversary of my proposal. See, now you just proved their point.
No, because
now
people
you overshadowed.
No, I didn't overshadow it because guess what? For 31 years, we have done what? Celebrated your birthday.
No.
We have celebrated your birthday, with the exception of, we still celebrate your birthday even when we were on courtside for volleyball.
We didn't celebrate my birthday during volleyball.
Girl, you got that extra churro.
It was hard and crusty.
But look, it's never forgotten, right? You got a card, you got flowers. There's something.
It made just for that. I feel like it made you work a little bit harder because you had to figure out a way to celebrate me during that time because it was on my birthday. We were in the thick of volleyball. So instead of you never just rolled over and be like, oh, okay, happy birthday, let's go. You did something extra. He would make the team, not make them, but kind of make them because he was a coach. He would make the team celebrate me. Everybody, they get on court. It was so cute. And they sing happy birthday. The parents would get involved and stuff like that too. Even the other team would do that. But I felt like made you put a little bit more effort into. You couldn't just be like, oh, hey, girl, happy birthday. We'll do something later. Not that I was looking for that because I'm tired too. But maybe that has something to do with they just don't want to be forgotten, or I don't know.
See, that's just it. You're not
forgotten. But
this is one birthday.
Their birthday is not being forgotten. Well,
once,
because every year, again, maybe they want to celebrate their anniversary of being proposed to.
Is that a thing?
So that's for some people, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. I guess we're living in the land of promposals, so you probably celebrate everything. Remember the day I broke my nail, and
we celebrated a meet. Didn't we do a meet anniversary one time?
We did because. So, I think that day, the day that you, the day we met, I think it's pretty amazing, right? And
hello, have you seen me?
December 16th. So I know that date because that was the day that my life changed. That was the day that everything slowed down, and I knew exactly who my person was, right? And the day that you proposed, that's nice and it's a beautiful memory. But I think there's so much more that goes into it. And I still think that you can create traditions. You can create this incredible meaning. Like, you'll never forget that it was on your birthday. Now, when somebody says, oh, what day? When did he propose? It was in, you know what? I think it was in March because that was the month. Then you started using these little mile markers, whatever they are, for other things that transpired. You'll never forget when you got proposed to if it's done on your birthday.
So you did it out of convenience?
I did it to prepare you for life because you were going to miss out. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
On so many celebrations.
No, but I will stand on this, though. I do believe, and I'm sorry to speak over you on this. Okay. I do believe that if that is a sticking point for somebody, then you're just not ready for marriage. You're not married. You're not ready for the commitment that's involved with putting other people before yourself. Marriage is about two becoming one. It's about forming a union. It's about beginning a whole new life with you, your spouse, and for some individuals, it involves children as well, where some are bonus children that you receive coming into the marriage. Sometimes it's about you starting fresh and starting your own family. But the bottom line is the greatest thing you will ever do as it relates to marriage is lose your selfishness. In the negative sense, you become selfless in some ways because you're putting others before you, but you will have moments of selfishness where you've got to put on your own life vest, right? Your own life jacket and take care of yourself so you can be present for everyone else. And if something as, I'm not going to call it small because there's nothing small about a birthday, but to get bent out of shape or not be open to receiving that proposal, that commitment, that level of commitment on the day that you were born, a celebration of your life, then I'll firmly stand on the fact that you're not ready.
So what if, because again, we always feel like, I don't know if I said it before, but it's like marriage should have already been talked about. We should be on the same page that, yes, we do want to get married and blah, 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 whatever, because we love each other. And what if during conversation it comes out like, yeah, I have an idea about, I get married, blah, 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 but I just don't want to be proposed to on my birthday. Would you feel a certain way? What if I had said that to you? How would you have felt? Like if I was like, oh, yeah, my birthday is my birthday, but,
Okay, that's
how would you have
different.
felt?
That's different because then at that point, an expectation had been set. If there was no expectation set, and I think that would have warranted a conversation. Not that somebody's just dying to propose on your birthday. I mean, that wasn't my intent. Like, ooh, I can't wait to find the right woman so I can propose to her on her birthday.
Oh, you were so extra. I know that.
I know. I'm just saying. But so it's not like somebody's going to sit there and go there on that. But if it just so happens that during the planning, the person comes up with what they thought was a brilliant idea, or the best idea that they came up with, that I'm going to propose to her. And you know what? On her birthday, it's coming up. I don't want to wait. But if there was a conversation that was like, oh, that's just, I really don't want to, then you know what? You've been given notice. And at that point, it's like, choose that day,
But do you still feel like they're being selfish because they made their intentions, or they've made them known that they don't want to do it on their birthday? It's still the same thing. They don't want to be proposed to on their birthday. You knowing that ahead of time, do you still feel the same way about them?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I still think it's immature. I still think that person's probably not ready. The only time I think, period, the way you guys do it, period, with a D and a T.
Lord.
No, the only time that is off limits is if on a specific day there's extreme trauma involved. You don't propose on the anniversary of a major loss in the family. It could be a grandmother, parent, sibling, child, ex-spouse, or I don't want to say ex-spouse. It's like, a widower or whatever. Whatever, something that involves loss and trauma, those days, no. But on the birthday, I just think that, I don't know. That just comes across as being so me-focused that you may not be ready to make a commitment to give yourself to someone else, because that means you're preparing to put someone before you.
Of course, it's me focused because it's my birthday.
So you're going to stand on the birthday and I'm going to stand on you're selfish.
No, so I'm saying, me, like I said before, anything romantic, I think they're grand romantic gestures. I love that. I love when I see that. Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, so cool.
Please.
It's Christmas. Oh my God, love it. We have friends who got married on their anniversary on January 1st, New Year's Day. Yeah. So what is the better way to bring in the new year than starting over with the person that you love?
No, I do agree. I love that. I think that's a great idea.
I think it's so cool. So.
Yeah, but again, I don't know. Here's the thing. If you are out there saying, oh, I need to find my forever person, except on this particular day, you're not ready. That's just it. You're not ready.
Okay.
You're not. I take this very seriously. And I think that
Apparently.
if you're going to put parameters, or other than, like I said, that's involved around trauma, but if you're going to put these parameters on just so you can party or you can celebrate yourself, that's one day out of your entire life.
Or get 2 presents.
See, a present again. And I know that some people's, love language is receiving gifts.
Mm-hmm, like mine.
But that, I don't know. There's got to be an exception to the rule. So that's just where I'm at.
Yeah.
Please chime in. Let us know what your thoughts are. Again, coaching@marriedintocrazy.com. And while you're there, just go to marriedintocrazy.com and pick up your tickets to the Married Into Crazy Winter Ball and Marriage Conference.
February 5th and 6th, 2027.
It's going to be in Sacramento. It's going to be a great time. Friday night, it's going to be a masquerade ball. Saturday, we're going to have a great lineup of speakers. Everyone's under contract now. We're all set. It's going to be a phenomenal time.
And the theme is working through trauma
towards intimacy.
So a lot of us in our relationships, all of our relationships, there has been trauma that has not been addressed, or we kind of swept to the side. So we're going to deal with that trauma so we get everybody on the right road.
Absolutely. So Friday night, we're putting the masks on, having a great time, dancing, eating, fellowship. But on Saturday, the masks are coming off.
Right.
So anyway, go to marriedandcrazy.com, check it out, and do us a favor. Wherever you are watching or listening to us, make sure you subscribe, tell a friend, and share. Until the next time,
be blessed.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Married into Crazy podcast with Snooks and Lovey. Please like, subscribe to, and review the show wherever you access it, and tell a friend about us. Visit marriedintocrazy.com and see how Snooks and Lovey can bless your marriage directly.